So we're going to read a portion of the introduction to the Odes of Solomon. All right. And get the facts about the book. I don't want to really focus on the opinions of the narrator. Here are some of the most beautiful songs of peace and joy that the world possesses. Yet their origin, the date of their writing, and the exact meaning of many of the verses remain one of the great literary mysteries. Okay? So the origin, the time that it was written. In other words, when it says the origin, that means the author interpretation, because they can't understand it. This the heathen who injecting their opinion right here. They can't understand it, so they call it a great literary mystery. But what they did explain as the facts of the history, the facts of the scriptures, okay, meaning they can't tell you somebody as a man wrote this out of his own mind and opinion. It's a literary mystery because they don't know where these writings originated. They can't even tell when they originated. They don't even understand the meaning of many of them. All right. So here go the facts of how they got these scriptures. They have come down to us in a single and very ancient document in Syriac language. Okay. So you see that? They claim that the writings are the product of a single but yet ancient document in Syriac language. So it's definitely authentic in historical facts, and meaning that it is very old according to the life of the document. It is ancient. All right. It's even in the Syriac language. Look what else. Evidently, that document is a translation from the original Greek. The original Greek. So ancient Greek. All right. So look at the mystery that still looms around these scriptures. Critical debate has raged around these odes. Okay. And I'm gonna read some of them, and you could debate about them all you like. Okay. And I don't really want you to care about their origin or the language they was translated from. No, I want you to be willing to accept the truth of what these odes of Solomon is going to explain to you. All right. In other words, I want you to see that these ancient scriptures is also prophesying of the kingdom of David, which was established through David's son, Solomon. That's right. Okay. And that is, of course, inherited by the Messiah, Mashiach, Yahushua, Jesus of Nazareth. Okay. I want you to have that in your mind as a reference point to debate whether these things are of the kingdom or not, because that's what we're here to prove. But I do want to go ahead and defend these scriptures with what facts the editors have given and provided about the origins and the knowledge, the history of these scriptures. All right, so they're from the ancient Syriac, and they say that is evidently a translation out of some ancient original Greek. All right. And that's all I really care about, because they want to talk about what's plausible and all that. But we ain't going to get into that. All right. So praise the Most High. Odes of Solomon. I think out of this app, I'm going to read chapter 8 and 9, or either chapter 9 and 10, because it all depends on what editor, publishing company edited and put the verse, you know what I'm saying? Because you gotta understand, some people, scriptures wasn't never written with this is the chapter and this is the verse. They didn't find those things like that. Okay, now later on the system came up where people started counting the verses and things like that. All right, but the ancient text, it wasn't transcribed with a verse number, but it's going to be either, so it's not 8, so it's going to be chapter 9 that I want to start with out of this particular app I'm using. If you follow along, I'm using the let's see here, there's a few different of these apps that got this particular book, the lost books. But you know what, I don't want to bother with that nuance, but it's going to be old of Solomon, and in this particular 9. All right, now in some apps it might start at chapter 8, but once we start reading and you see what's being said, you'll know these scriptures once you see them again or hear them again. Okay, so now this is called the Odes of Solomon. You got some history on the facts about the history of the text for all you people that never heard it or read it. One, and we'll all have the good judgment of questioning its divinity, if you will. Okay, whether the Most High said this or not. So let's get into it, because Paul said all scripture was given by inspiration of the Spirit by the men, the prophets of Israel, as they were led by the Spirit. All right, so that if you see a man giving glory to the power of Israel, then he's speaking according to the testimony and the law. All right, then you know that he's approved of the Spirit. All right, praise the Most High. Verse 1. Chapter 9, verse 1. Open your ears, and I will speak to you. Give me your souls, that I may also give you my soul. The word of Yahweh, Salakia. Oh, okay, I'm having a little sensitivity with these touches over here. Okay, verse 1 again. Open your ears, and I will speak to you. Give me your souls, that I may also give you my soul. The word of Yahweh and his good pleasures, the holy thought which he has devised concerning his Messiah. For in the will of Yahweh is your salvation, and his thought is everlasting life, and your end is immortality. Be enriched in Yahweh the Father, and receive thought of the Most High. All right, so now I don't know if that would have been Yahweh or Elohim. I'm pretty sure that would have either been Allah, Elohim, or Yahweh the Father. But of course, we know in the original text there was no such thing as God in the text. Okay, even if it was Greek, it would have said Theos or something, and not in the ancient Greek. Who knows? So anyway, I just translated it to the best of my judgment and put be enriched in Yahweh the Father and receive the thought of the Most High. All right, Yahweh the Father and receive the thought of Elohim, the Most High. Again, power Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Continue. Verse 5. Be strong. Okay, be strong and be redeemed by his grace. For I announce to you peace, to you his saints, that none of those who hear may fall in war, and that those again who have known him may not perish, and that those who receive may not be ashamed. Okay? You see that? Be strong and be redeemed by his grace. Okay? That's right. That's right, man. So this is concerning the Most High's Messiah. Okay? And that was showed to us in verse 2. Alright? The word of Yahweh and his good pleasures, the holy thought which he has devised concerning his Messiah. Now go back to verse 5. Be strong and be redeemed by his grace. For I announce to you peace, to you his saints. That's nothing different than what you saw when the angel showed up to Mary, okay, and Elizabeth, and when the angels and the hosts of heaven appeared to the shepherds in the field when the Messiah was finally born. All right, it was announcing. It was a declaration or an announcement of peace to the people of Israel. Again, his saints, and his saints again are Israelites, the children of Jacob. That none of those who hear may fall in war, and that those again who have known him may not perish. So in other words, if you go to battle, you will be sustained in that time of war. He'll save and spare your life. You'll come back home. And if you were in darkness and living in dark works, but you repented, that would be in that those again who have known him may not perish. So that means people who turn their hearts back to him may find forgiveness and not die in their sins. And that those who receive may not be ashamed. Who, whenever somebody preached the gospel to them, they receive it. And when they read the scriptures, they receive it. And they meditate on that in their heart. That's receiving it. And so when you speak what you receive, you speak in what you believe. All right? And that's the profession of your faith. And it's by those words of your faith that you will be justified in the day of judgment. By your words, you'll be justified. And by your words, you'll be condemned. So if you receive it, you're going to speak words that proves in the sight of heaven that you have received it. You're going to witness to what you receive, which is the truth. Okay, look at the next verse. Praise the Most High. But look at 7 again first before we move on to the next verse. Because I just said, through the Spirit, you're going to speak what you receive, being the truth. And that profession would be justification in the day of judgment. All right? So, that none of those who hear may fall in war, and that those again who have known him may not perish, and that those who receive may not be ashamed. An everlasting crown forever is truth. All right? Praise the Most High. Okay? So, if you receive the redemption that is provided by his grace, all right, then you're gonna be fruitful. In other words, you're gonna witness and testify to that, and you will not be ashamed. All right, you're gonna hold on to it. You're not gonna be ashamed. You're not gonna be ashamed of that word, and you're not gonna be ashamed in a day of testing and tribulation. You won't be ashamed in the day of judgment. All right? But you have to have received the truth. All right? An everlasting crown forever is truth. So you can't receive a lie and get this crown. No, this crown is given to those that have received the truth. Blessed are they who set it on their heads. Okay? So when you go all out for the truth, hey man, you're blessed. Okay? You wear truth like a crown, you're blessed. Praise the Most High. Alright? An everlasting crown forever is truth. Blessed are they who set it on their heads. So when you set the crown of truth on your head, you're blessed. You're among the blessed, man. You got to stand for the truth and wear it like a crown. You're blessed with the saints, man. You received it. You're going to be blessed with the saints. The Odes of Solomon, chapter 9, verse 9. A stone of great price is it. And there have been wars on account of the crown. So what is this crown again? That's compared to a stone of great price. That has been many wars, waged on account of this crown with this great precious stone. This crown is the truth. Okay? An everlasting crown forever is truth. A stone of great price is it. Like a diamond or ruby or sapphire, any of these sorts of things you could think of. And there have been wars on account of it. So you got men who would rather die than to see the truth perish. And so if they rather die than to see the truth perish, then what they tell you? They're going to go make war and, you know what I'm saying, in a trip to kill you liars, willing to die and defend that truth. And the only people that's doing that is the nations of Israel. Okay, so that's the only people that are making wars on account of that crown. Because there's only one people with the truth, and that's Israel. A stone of great price is it. And there have been wars on account of the crown. All right? Praise the Most High. Truth. Okay? Truth. Wars on account of the crown of truth. Okay? And so we do that when we debate with each other. We're warring for that crown of who got the truth. Messiah said, hold fast what you have, that no man take thy crown. Man, matter of fact, we're going to go. I know I said we was going to get another chapter 10, but we're going to go and get that out of the Revelation 2 or chapter 2, chapter 3, somewhere along up in there with the letter to the 7 churches, okay? I think it was I want to say maybe the church of Philadelphia that was told to hold fast what they had, that no man take their crown. So praise the Most High, bless you, Holy Spirit, Barakat Sham Kodash Bakah, because now you see the precept that the Messiah, he always dug for ancient scriptures to use in his parables, that precept to what he was talking about. So now you see where he got that from. His son Solomon. Yes, right. I said his son Solomon. Although we call him Solomon's son or the son of David. That's right. Because he was before Solomon. So, but that's what he would do. He would pull from David. He would pull from Solomon. He would pull from the prophets in his parables to show you what things the kingdom of heaven were compared to it. How you would put it in its proper perspective, all right, what it would be like, understanding the mysteries of the kingdom. He would pull from the ancient prophets in his parables. Put on the crown to lock it. A stone of great price is it, and there have been wars on account of the crown, and righteousness hath taken it, and hath given it to you. Put on the crown and the true covenant of Yahweh. So righteousness had taken it. Again, the spirit of righteousness is on the Messiah. So that's the Messiah being spoken of when it says righteousness had taken it. Remember, again, we reference Revelation. In truth and in righteousness, he doth make war. Remember that. So you see the precepts, the lines upon lines of this ode right here that show you that this is indeed good meat, all right, to feed the sheep. So you people better be on it, man. Put on Salakia. Let me read 10 again. So Ode of Solomon 9 and 10. And righteousness hath taken it and hath given it to you. So Messiah hath taken the crown of truth by what? He witnessed to the truth, which is who? The Heavenly Father. How? By the power of the Holy Spirit. It was manifest, all right, that the man, the son of David, who they call Christ Jesus, it was witnessed of him that he witnessed of them. You see how that works? Okay, so when he rose from the dead, he took the crown, because that proved that what he said was true, because did nobody ever rise from the dead. And before he rose from the dead, he proved that what he said was true, because nobody ever did those other miracles either. Alright? Nope. Not nobody except a prophet out of Israel like Elijah. But Elijah didn't do all the things Messiah did. No, Messiah did the things that Elijah was just gave you a foreshadow of what's what to come. Okay, so he took the crown when he rose from the dead after being killed, because he told you that the heathen was going to kill him, crucify him, but that the Most High, his Father, would leave his soul in hell. So he took that crown. Death is swallowed up in victory, like you see in Romans. All right. Sting of the grave, where's thy sting? Okay, why? Because the Messiah rose from the dead. He took the crown. So that's what this is talking about. Messiah took that crown with his righteousness, his righteous works, his holy and righteous blood. All right, his obedience to the Heavenly Father, the obedience unto death, that was righteousness, and he rose from the dead to prove it. Okay, and to prove that he had the victory, and righteousness had taken it and had given it you. So that's his gospel to you, Israel. He took the crown and gave it to you. Put on the crown in the true covenant of Yahweh. So he's trying to show you that again. Let's go back. We're going to pick it back up at 12. Again, he's trying to show you that you have to receive the true covenant by his grace. Verse 5. Be strong and be redeemed by his grace. All right, go back to 12, because that's the true crown. All right, 11. Put on the crown in the true covenant of Yahweh. So that's the true covenant of Yahweh, the redemption by his grace. All right, not your own righteousness for keeping the works of the law, Israel. Understand that, man. So quit bragging about you keeping the works of the law, and quit trying to ride somebody else talking about they do this, they do that, because it don't appear that they keep the works of the law. But you gotta know and understand. Okay, that's the key thing to this whole ability of hearing. All right. Hearing has to do with you understanding, man. All right, you got to receive the truth and get an understanding. All right, so you might want to study, pray, inquire of the Most High for more understanding, so that you can see the truth, because the truth is right there before you and before the unbeliever too. But they don't receive the truth without an understanding. All right, without an understanding of what the truth is just said to them. Just like the Messiah is the truth, his word is truth, but many in the multitude had no understanding of what the truth said to them within all those his parables. Okay, all right, let's move on. Verse 11. Put on the crown in the true covenant of Yahweh. Verse 12. And all those who have conquered shall be written in his book. For their book is victory, which is yours. And she, which is victory, sees you before her and wills that you shall be saved. Kalaya. Okay? So victory, for their book is victory, which is yours. And she, victory, sees you before her. And so in other words, victory is looking at you. She's looking at you. You're right in front of her. So in other words, it's like the finish line is talking to you like, come on, man, just make it across the finish line. You right here, don't give up. You right here. You almost here. You got the victory. So victory see you. You before her. Okay? And she sees you before her and wills that you shall be saved. Hallelujah. So in other words, it's just an opportunity. Okay? It's given to you through the Messiah's grace that redeems you. But you have to still run the race and endure until the end, gain the victory over the tribulation you got to go through as you profess that faith in your Messiah. As you live like you believe, you receive the crown of truth. All right? Be strong and be redeemed by his grace. Okay? Everlasting crown. An everlasting crown forever is truth. Blessed are they who set it on their heads. All right? And righteousness had taken it and given it to you. That's verse 10. So the Messiah has taken the crown of truth and given it to you, Israel. Praise the Most High. All right? Now look at that. The victory. The victory is yours. Victory is just victory, you know what I'm saying, is cheering you on, Israel, to make it. Okay. And we wanted to go to Revelation because we wanted to grab what verse was that? It was something we wanted to grab in relation to again, the crown. Of course. That's what this is all about, the kingdom. So we want to go to Revelation and just get the Messiah's own words about that crown, man. Because indeed it is a crown. Okay, it's a crown. It's available for you, Israel. Let me turn my brightness up. Hey, man, they got the bug on me, Israel. All right, hold on. Let me do something. Let me try to clear the clutter real quick. Praise the Most High. This is a good guess. I just clicked Revelation 3 and landed right here on chapter 3 and 11. So here we go. Let's see. I think this is Philadelphia. Messiah. Revelation 3. Yep, and 7. That's right. 3 and 7. The assembly in Philadelphia. Okay, and to the angel of the assembly in Philadelphia, right? These things say he that is holy, he that is true. There go that truth. He that had the key of David, he that opened it, and no man shut it, and shut it, and no man opened it. I know thy works. Behold, I have set before thee an open door, and no man can shut it. But thou hast a little strength. What? Remember back there at chapter 9 of the Odes of Solomon? By strength receive his grace and be redeemed. Be strong and receive his. Oh, that's what the Messiah was talking about. I know thy works. Behold, I have set before thee an open door, and no man can shut it. For thou hast a little strength, and hast kept my word, and hast not denied my name. Again, be strong and be strong, and by his grace be redeemed. And so you got to be strong in order to not deny the Messiah's name, which is what? His reputation of saving you by grace and not by your own righteousness, which is the works of the law. That's what being strong is. It's saying, you know what? Messiah did all the righteousness for me. Okay? And I know his commandments. So it's not like I'm using that as a cloak for sin. I know his commandments and I keep his commandments. But it's his righteousness and not mine that has my hope set for being welcome in the holy beloved and elect, received among the blessed, and in the kingdom, supping with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's my strength. I know thy works. Behold, I have set before thee an open door, and no man can shut it. For thou hast a little strength, and hast kept my word, and hast not denied my name. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. All right, you goddamn Ashkenazis, yeah, get ready. Get your ass ready, man, to be real humble and low to the flow, you goddamn serpent, because you're going to be licking up a lot of goddamn dust, you chump. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Praise your holy name, Yahweh Shai. Okay? So the word of his patience, all his commandments, everything he tell you to do is the word of his patience, all right? That's what he's talking about. When you keep the commandments he gave you to keep, He gonna keep you out of that temptation of the fiery judgment that the Heavenly Father gonna bring on all the damn earth, man. He gonna burn their ass up. And the Messiah is the only one who gonna save you from that shit, man. That's just the truth about this matter. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. Now, how is the Messiah going to keep you from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth? What is he talking about? How? Well, let's get this first. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. All right? And what you have is the truth. And what is the truth? You have been saved by his grace. That is the truth. All right? That's what's being strong in his sight, okay? Because you got a little strength. All right? See? All right? I know that works. See? So he giving you all kinds of opportunity to grow because he see what you're already doing. I know that works. Behold, I've seen open doors. So in other words, man, it's wide open for you, man. Go out there and sow, man. Go sow and be fruitful some more. And no man can shut it. You see that? That's the Messiah giving you the green light when you're obedient to him. Why? And what's obedience in his sight? For thou hast a little strength, and that strength is the truth. It's the crown of truth. And has kept my word, and has not denied my name. All right? So, you all right? You got that crown of truth, the true covenant, his grace. All right? You kept his word. Okay? In other words, you was patient. All right? Through the testing that you went through, and you never gave up the faith of the gospel of grace. And has not denied my name. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews, Ashkenazis, Ashkenaz, the son of Magog. All right, the son of Gomer, the son of Magog. One of them goddamn synagogues of Satan. Just one of them. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan. We'll say they are Jews because a lot of you Christians, it's the same synagogue of Satan because you say you're Jews. Yeah, that's right. You say you're Jews when you talk about you saved in the blood of Jesus. Then you saying you're a Jew. When you say you're a Christian, you're saying you're a Jew. All right? You're lying. When you say you're a saint and you're a heathen, you're saying you're a Jew, but you're the synagogue of Satan. Okay? But you're going to bow down before our feet. The feet of the elect, the feet of the true saints. All right? Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and they know that I've loved thee. Okay? Praise your holy name, Messiah. Because you do it even now. And I can only imagine to what degree it's going to be done in that day. Praise your holy name. Because you've received it of the Father to smite these people with the sword of your mouth, to destroy them with it, and to break them to pieces, rule them with a rod of iron. And you're going to get that to us when we overcome in your blessed name, Savior. Glory to your holy name. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. And again, that crown is the truth. All right, that's just the crown of truth. You have to hold on to the truth that no man, meaning no devil deceiver, can come and steal it from you by deceiving you and manipulating you for the true gospel for some bullshit doctrine. Okay? And there's many of them out there. So I'm not just going to pick on the ones I'm most familiar with. All right? That's right. Okay, but we're going to pick on you people, man. Okay? Yeah, that's right, man. We're going to pick on you people, man. Whenever the Spirit leads us, we're going to pick on your ass, all right? Yeah, that's right. So just be ready if your ass ain't in the truth, man. That's right. Praise the Most High. All right? So, what a verse at that he's going to keep you from the temptation that's going to fall on the whole earth, all right? Okay, so now I asked the question. We asking this question. Okay, what is the Messiah talking about? I will keep you from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try to dwell upon the earth. Hey man, guess what? One of those hours of temptation is going to be something like the enforcement of the mark of the beast. Okay, now that's for sure, people. Understand that, man. He calls it every man to receive a mark in their hand or their forehead. Okay, and if you didn't, he calls you to be killed. You couldn't buy, sell, you couldn't do nothing unless you had the mark of the beast. All right, yeah, that's right, man. Okay, all right, what we got going on here, man? So, our temptation. What else? All the tribulation and destruction and the wars that comes upon all these heathen nations, man. That's the hour of temptation that these heathens are in right now, man. Okay? All right? Yeah. Pretty much something to the effect of a martial law being declared, okay? With people being seized and taken. All right, when there's warfare out there, when it ain't safe out there, people robbing and raping and pillaging. All right, when it's just all out chaos in these last hours or these last days, man. When that darkness covered the earth, you see. And he also is gonna be an hour of temptation, because he gonna gather you Hebrews out of these heathen nations, and he gonna gather you to the wilderness of the people like he did when we came out of Egypt, man. That's also gonna be an hour of temptation, because he gonna bring you before the Heavenly Father, or let's put it this way: the angels is gonna come and take you into something called a cloud, but the world calls it a UFO. The angels are gonna come and take every single Hebrew in the UFO. And I'm going to prove it to you right now before we go. Bless the Most High. Then we'll get the other Ode of Solomon some other time, okay? Chapter 9 was good enough. It led us to want some more good precepts out of the so-called canon. What I want right now, I think, is Matthew about 25 and 32. Let's see. Right around here somewhere. Oh, a little bit earlier. 31. All right, so this is a part of the hour of temptation that everybody as an Israelite is going to go through, okay? Because at the sound of the last trump, let's get it. Let's just start reading. Matthew 25:31. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. Okay, so he's sitting as a judge and a king, but a king ruling, all right? He's judging. And before him shall be gathered all nations. And he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divided his sheep from the goats. You see that? So that's an hour of temptation right there, man. Because in that sense right there is an hour of trial. Okay? But let's keep moving and show you furthermore what he means by he's going to be able to keep you from something that's going to come on the whole world. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. Praise the Most High. Okay? For I was an hunger, and you gave me meat. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you took me in. Naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Our master, when saw we thee a hungered and fed thee, or thirsty and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger and took thee in, or naked and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick or in prison and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these, my brethren, ye have done it unto me. All right. So you just went through trial right there, and you was found acquitted. That's an hour of temptation. But look at the people who didn't get acquitted in the hour of temptation, which is when, see, you gotta understand something. The temptation is when this happened to you, man. Cause you're gonna be taken. I told you all Hebrews was gonna be taken, and we was gonna be divided in the wilderness of the people. But watch this right here. See, it might sound a little softer than what it really is, man. But when he say he gonna gather the nations, what he trying to show you right here? It's the same thing Joel tried to show you. He gonna gather the heathen down there to the valley of Jehoshaphat and plead with him in a trial, in an hour of temptation, for his people and his heritage Israel. So before him shall be gathered all nations. So that's interpreted kind of softly, because he's going to forcefully take these people, put them where he wants them to be, like in a prison, okay, a jail cell. He got control over their physical bodies. And then he's going to bring them to trial, to court, and try them. So he's going to gather them. That's putting them in jail. And then he's going to separate them. He's going to get the good guys away from the bad guys. He's going to separate the guilty from the innocent. Okay? He shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divided his sheep from the goats. All right? Now I'm going to tell you something. All these people are guilty and worthy to die. All right, because they all heathens. But this is how the heathen is saved. Praise the Most High. And what are they saved from? They saved from the lake of fire. So it's not really the heathen receiving salvation, because salvation goes to somebody who needed to be saved. The heathen didn't need to be saved because they were already the rulers. So they are not receiving salvation, but they're being spared the lake of fire, which is the second death. And being spared that second death is equated to an inheritance in the kingdom of heaven. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Then shall the king say to them on his right hand, come ye blessed of my father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. You see? And they receive that inheritance amongst the children of Israel with us, as the strangers with us, because they ministered to us like they were supposed to, like every stranger always did to Israel from the time of the wilderness. Man, we had strangers ministering to us, and then we had tributaries out of all the heathens as we conquered them. All right, and that was your way to live, to serve us. It's going to be no different when you come, man. So this the heathen that ministered to us, Israel. All right, they ministered to us. And they're going to say, verse 38 going to show you how come they so stunned. And they're going to ask the Messiah, the king, this question. When saw we thee a stranger and took thee in? So when did we see you and minister to you? And what did the king say? The king said unto them, I'm telling you the truth, man. Whenever you did it to one of these my homeboys, my brothers, these Negroes, you did it to me. You see how that's working? So when the heathen get saved from the lake of fire, they're going to ask, Master, how is it that you put this kind of righteousness under us? And he going to show these heathens the kind of grace that the Heavenly Father bestowed on the heathen behind. Because this is ordained of the Heavenly Father that these certain heathens did these works. See, these certain heathens who going to be our slaves in the kingdom, which is their inheritance, which is their blessing. All right? He going to tell them, whenever you did it to the least of these, my brethren, is how you got righteousness imputed unto you when you minister to these my brothers. And the king shall answer, saying to them, verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. All right, so they're getting saved, receiving salvation. Salvation is like you in prison or a hostage, and Superman come and fucking save you. Man, that's salvation. But what these people get ain't what you describe as salvation. Okay? What they get is saved from damnation. All right? So they're being spared damnation. They're being preserved from, they're being saved from the eternal damnation, which is called to perish in the second death. Okay? So that's a blessing for any heathen to be spared the second death in the lake of fire. So they've been spared. They're not perishing, but they're not being saved like Israel is being saved, receiving a victory at the end of the day. You see what I'm saying? Victory. Israel, again, back to that whole thing about the crown and victory. Israel is getting a victory when the Messiah comes. The heathen is getting a defeat. Now, it just all depends on what degree of defeat the heathen gets. Okay? But the heathen that gets the defeat of being put in slavery, they're not going to see it as a defeat. They're going to see it as, great mercy, which it is. Okay? Because we don't remember doing none of this stuff for you. But the mercy that's bestowed upon them is that they did it to the least of his brethren. So they ministered to the Negroes, man, to put it plain. They ministered to the Negroes. And that's the reason why the Messiah tells these people, come ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. It's not talking about rulership. No, it's not talking about that. It's talking about their place in the kingdom from the beginning of the world that the Most High created. Israel. He created men to serve us. He gave people for our life. All right. Okay. So it's counted to them for righteousness, and they're called blessed, and they're being spared, but they're not being saved. And this is what they're being spared from. Then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepare for the devil and his angels. So the heathen that's divided like sheep and goats, when the Messiah comes, these heathen, they have either ministered to the Messiah's genetic brothers, or they have not ministered to the Messiah's genetic brothers, and that is going to be the determining factor of where they go in that day. Man, that's all it is to it, man. If they've ministered to his brothers, they okay. But if he want to pick on him and say, you know what, I remember that one time you didn't minister. Hey, man, you in big trouble, man. You see how that worked, you heathen? That's right. So you got to kiss ass your whole life, you damn heathen, once you hear this and you can receive it. You need to kiss our black asses for the rest of your goddamn life, you heathen, all right? Yeah, that's right, because he could pick on your ass and bring up shit that you know you did. You skipped the day, you son of a bitch. Okay, because that's how it's going to work. Then shall he say also to them on the left hand, depart from me, ye cursed in the everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. Alright? And, and he going to show you the rundown of all the ministering he needed. And then you're going to ask him, then shall they also say, go back to verse 44. Then shall you people who did minister, then shall they also answer him, saying, "Our master, Well, so he the hunger. Oh, he your master now. Oh, nah, you never want the nigga to be your master. Now he your master? Nah. It ain't gonna work. Then shall they also answer, he is your master, but you ain't gonna be saved because you're admitting it now. And that's a part of that every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess. You see that? You gonna bow and confess by force if you didn't believe without seeing. You gonna see and believe, but you gonna bow down by force, and it's gonna be too late. Then shall they also say, answer him saying, our master, when so we thee in hungered or thirst or stranger or naked or sick or in prison and did not minister unto thee. So watch this answer now. Watch this answer. Because you could have did it once, twice, before. But look what the Messiah, this is a hard line on your heathen. Then shall he answer them saying, verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye did it not to one of the least of these, you did it not to me. See? So he could find anybody in his gang that you were nice to and let that be the reason he pick on you. And this is what happened to you. See? This is for you heathens that's considered goats. And these shall go away in everlasting punishment, but the righteous into life eternal. And again, I told you before, Israel, I tell you again, through the Spirit, righteousness is merciful works of alms giving. All right, that is what righteousness is. Merciful works of alms giving. I'm not talking about to somebody who can give it back to you. I'm talking about righteousness, man. Something that once it's gone, you cannot get it back. You can't even get it back if you wanted it back. That's a righteous act in the sight of the Most High. He said, when you throw a feast, invite the poor, the maimed, the people that can't pay you back, not your family and people like that who can do it back for you again. So that's righteous works in the sight of the Heavenly Father. And that's the sort of things that's going to be counted to the heathen for righteousness in that day. And you see that the least of his brothers is going to be coming with him. And we're going to be the ones that take your heathen and divide you like the sheep from the goats. See, it's going to be us coming with him in that day, in his glory. You see that? Something going on wrong, man. Let me see what's happening with my phone. Okay, so when the Son of Man come in his glory, the holy angels with him. All right? They're going to be gathering the nations, okay? Like sheep from goats. All right? So he give his rundown to the nations. And they ask their question about this work that he said they did or didn't do. And the Messiah answered to these nations that were divided like sheep and goats is when they did it or didn't do it to who? The least of who? These, my brethren. All right, well, that's 45 said one of these. But, what we needed, 30, 39 or 40. Okay, 40. 40. Okay. So verse 40 says, and the king answered unto them who were counted righteous, verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one. You see that? Of the least of these, my brother, ye have done it unto me. So it's just a matter of the draw, man. Because there's one person in that group that you could have ministered to that gonna get you saved if you're a heathen. That's verse 40. But in 45, it ain't even just the Messiah's brothers you got to worry about. It's his brothers that's with him, and it's these other people who was just called righteous. Your heathen brother who got put on the right hand. See? 45. One of these. Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye did it not. You see that? To one of the least of these, you did it not to me. So that was the least of the heathen and the least of his polluted that got you cast away into everlasting fire for being a heathen. Why? Because the heathens that you didn't minister to, well, them was righteous heathens that needed your help, just like Jacob needed your help, and you didn't help nobody, you wicked ass heathen. So that's why you go right there into everlasting punishment. All right, with the devil and his angels, man. Okay, so you're gonna be taken. All right, it's gonna be by force. You may not like how you're taken, but you're gonna be taken and you're gonna be gathered. You're gonna be divided. Okay. All right, when he come, all right, and sit on the throne of his glory. Okay, that's right. All right, and you know, his reward is gonna be with him when he come to visit Israel. And oh, that's right. I think we said something about going back to show you. Well, let's go back to Revelation though, because let me refresh upon my precept that I wanted. Let's go back to Revelation 3. All right. Okay, that's right. It was all about making them bow down. All right, so you're going to bow down one day or one way or another, you goddamn heathen. He going to make you bow down, man. Just like you saw them heathens want to be servants now. Oh, master, but when we saw you in need and didn't minister to you. See, that's going to be you on your goddamn knees, bowing down at our feet, you heathen. Okay? Knowing that he loved us. All right? Wicked ass heathen, but he going to throw your ass in that. He going to tell us to throw you in that lake of fire because your ass didn't do no ministering to his people. All right? And that's going to be the end of it for you, man. Okay? That's right, man. And that's what's happening to you people right now, man. If you ain't righteous, you being consumed with this judgment that's coming upon the earth. This is the hour of temptation and the hour of trial. And it's taking all you heathen. It's taking all you heathen. And it's going to take you wayward Hebrews and you wayward Hebrew Israelites too. That's what he's trying to show you, man. This is that hour, man. Okay? Yeah, that's right, man. Praise the Most High. Now, before we go, I think it was one more that I needed to get. Okay? So we got the crown of truth. Alright? We got, oh yeah, man, that's right. That was the heathen. Now let's go. And again, you could be stuck down there with the heathen even if you're a Hebrew. But oh, you know what? Before we go back here, we need to just go back one chapter. Oh, well, not from Revelation. One chapter from Matthew and go to 24. Because again, you saw all the nations being gathered, right? That was the heathen. But this is what it looks like for the elect. Okay? So this is what it looks like for the elect. And I told you, again, we're in those days. These are the days, people. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. So you're dealing with eclipses and things like that. Okay? Yeah, not zodiac, but celestial signs. Yeah, pretty much zodiac, and all that stuff in the sky. All right, astrology. You know, the studying of the stars. Okay, so those are signs and events leading up to the end, and so we're gonna see the difference of what it is for Israel when we're gathered in that day. All right, how and what's going to be our hour of temptation. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Okay, so you remember he told us a chapter later that he was going to gather all the nations when he came to sit on the throne of his glory with the holy angels coming with him. All right, and he was going to divide them nations. And he was going to judge them according to what they did to the least of his brethren, and even the least of their own righteous brothers. Okay? That's right. It was either come get a piece of the kingdom or get into the lake of fire prepared for the devil and his angels. Now, this is the previous chapter. We in chapter 24 now. And look at verse 30 through 32. All right. Well, not even 32. Let's just get 30, 31. I mean, 30 and 31. All right, the latter part of 30. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Okay? That's right. Now, after the heathen see that, they know he on the way. What's going to happen? Israel's going to hear the sound of it, and we're going to know it's time to go. And he shall send his, and the heathen only know it because they can see through their telescopes the clouds. But Israel, we hear the sound of the trumpet of the prophets, and we're going to hear the sound of the trumpet of Michael, the archangel, when he busts. The guy, boy, gonna come busting down here, kicking ass, man, at the commandment of the Messiah. And this is what's going to happen. All right. And he shall send his angels, Michael leading the way, Michael the archangel, who the false prophets, Jehovah's Witnesses claim is one and the same as the Messiah. Throw that jug at you real quick, Jehovah's Witnesses. And he shall send his angels, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from the one end of heaven to the other. Okay? People, understand something, man. Listen, Israel, you are the elect, whether you make it or not. That's what you need to understand, okay? You as a race of people, the Hebrews, you so-called Negroes, you black people, you are as a race of people is his elect. He's going to gather you. He's not going to leave none of you people here. Let me read that one more time before we wrap this up. Going to Ezekiel chapter 30, I believe. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Okay? Now, he just said that about his elect was going to be picked up by some angels and gathered from all winds and all ends. Okay? They're going to gather us in them clouds. Now, when you went over to 25, you see a different perspective for us coming, and this perspective is for the heathen, and that's what we was trying to explain to you. And I know we did with the grace of the Spirit, with the proper salt to the hearer, but he had to have the ear to hear it. Praise the Most High, amen. So that's 31, showing you when he come, he gonna have with him everybody that made it amongst the elect that was gathered. That's why they're gonna be holy angels, because he gonna gather all his elect, and after the angels gather all his elect, then everybody's coming. We're gonna show you the big bang. All right, everybody gonna come, and it's gonna be the big bang of the holy kingdom of heaven on your heathen. We're gonna bang on your heathen. We're gonna put the big bang on your heathen, man. We're gonna bang you upside your head with a rod of iron, man. Okay? We're gonna bang on you like pure gang bangers, man. We're gonna take your shit over. We're gonna force you to submit, get down and lay down type shit, okay? Like I forget his character in the movie, but Benny Siegel had that character, all right, in that Rockefeller movie. You know what I'm saying? And he was giving you an ultimatum. You either do business with me and for me, or either you gonna be dead. But the Messiah, he already gave you people your warning and your ultimatum and all that. So now when he come back, if you didn't believe the gospel and show mercy to his people who was all jacked up, you gonna lay down, man. And that's an eternal sleep, because he said you're gonna lay down and never wake up and sleep a perpetual sleep, man. All right, so that's a different kind of gathering. You see, so he gonna gather your heathen to Jerusalem. That's where he gonna gather you people to. Okay, and separate you right there. All right, okay, and he gonna judge you right there, man. It's gonna be some nice hot lava flowing right there for your ass if you found unrighteous and tell to depart from him, man. Okay, so that's a different gathering. And let's get one good precept out of Ezekiel before we wrap this up. Time sure flies. Praise the Most High. What verse do I want? I need to be about 35, right? No, not 35. 30. So this is Matthew 24 and 30. Look at the latter part. Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Now, the clouds of heaven is not the clouds that drop rain water, meaning the clouds of heaven, okay? No. The clouds of heaven. Okay, the clouds of heaven that's being referenced right here are described as having great glory about them, okay? And great power. See, that's why he even mentioned the clouds. Because when they see the clouds themselves that the Son of Man and the angels is riding in, well, when you see the chariots that they ride in, you know that they are a peculiar people. And that's why you're going to mourn your ass off. Because you never seen a race of people with chariots like this. So it ain't the ones that's dropping water. It's the clouds of heaven that's called UFOs. Okay? In the scriptures, they call chariots, pillars, and clouds. Praise the Most High. Okay? Alright. But they got a living spirit in them now. The clouds even have the clouds of spirit, right? That's why they move so fast. It's not going off of, some man-made energy. It's going off the spirit of the Most High, man. Okay? Praise his holy name. Alright, so he gonna gather you Israelites, his elect, alright? From one end of heaven to the other. Okay, so now let me show you about that. See, because you heathen, you people gonna be on the ground, on the land, alright? He showed you that because he said he was gonna come and sit on the throne of his glory, which is reign in Jerusalem. Oh, I went way back to Genesis. What I'm gonna need, I say Ezekiel, and I know I want chapter 30. I'm sure. All right, because your heathen gonna be on the ground down in the valley of Jehoshaphat. Okay, and in the land of Israel. And if you ain't there and you somehow one of these straggler heathens somewhere surviving in one of these countries that's going up in everlasting smoke, well, we're just going to gather you from there. We'll pick you up in the spaceship. But we're going to put you before the king, the son of David. All right? We're going to put you before him. And you're going to receive your judgment right there, you heathen. But to you Israelites, you his elect, because you were born of the stock of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, when he sent them angels with that sound of the trumpet to gather you, hey man, I'm sorry for you if you don't make it. Because ain't nobody ever gonna see you again, man. Ain't nobody never gonna see you again. You ain't gonna make it to the land of Israel. Them heathens not even gonna see your judgment, man. That's how bad it is for you, man, if you don't make it. The heathen ain't even gonna see your goddamn judgment, man. You just gonna meet them in the lake of fire. But he ain't gonna let them heathen see him do no more harm to his people, even when he judge us, man. But he gonna take your people out of this damn place and gonna plead with you face to face. All right. What I want? Ezekiel. Let me see here. Man, I don't know why I thought it was in 30. I believe is no. Is it 20? Yeah, I think it's 20. I don't know why I get those. I get those confused. I think it's gonna be right here in 20, man. And it came to pass in the 7th year, in the 5th month, the 10th day of the month, that certain of the elders of Israel came to inquire of Yahweh and sat before me. Okay, yeah, I think this is gonna be it. Then came the word of Yahweh unto me, saying, Son of man, speak unto the elders of Israel, and say unto them, Thus saith the sovereign Yahweh, Are ye come to inquire of me? As I live, saith the sovereign Yahweh, I will not be inquired of by you. Wilt thou judge them, son of man? Wilt thou judge them, cause them to know the abominations of their fathers? Okay? Alright, now let's get this, because this is good. We got to get this, but I don't plan on reading this whole chapter. And say unto them, Thus saith the sovereign Yahweh, in the day when I chose Israel, and see who was chosen? Israel, and lifted up my hand, so a promise and a swearing was made by the Most High to somebody, and lifted up mine hand until what? The seed of the house of Jacob. So that means Judah was already chosen back in the wilderness, man. And say unto them, Thus saith the sovereign Yahweh, in the day when I chose Israel. So that was his priest Levi, and lifted up my hand unto the seed of the house of Jacob. That was Judah's king, and made myself known unto them in the land of Egypt. Back then it was already known. When I lifted up my hand unto them, saying, I am Yahweh your Elohim. And let me not forget my brother Joseph, because a lot of the glory that you see when you see Israel, you need to have Joseph in mind, okay? Because a king in Israel, a firstborn in Israel, all those things is our brother Joseph. All right? But this wasn't Joseph. This wasn't Joseph. In the day when I chose Israel, lifted up my hand unto the seed of the house of Jacob, and made myself known unto them in the land of Egypt. Okay, when I lifted up my hand unto them, saying, I am Yahweh, your Elohim. Okay, so you see what's going on here? Now that's the covenant that came after the promise. All right, but you got to know when and what is applicable. All right, when what and where the passage is applicable. Okay. All right, so he's witnessing and testifying against Israel through Ezekiel. All right, he's reminding them who they are, who he is, and this thing that's called a covenant that they have. Okay. All right. In the day that I lifted up my hand unto them, see, he swore to them. To do what? To bring them forth of the land of Egypt into a land that I had espied for them, flowing with milk and honey, which is the glory of all lands. So you see that you got all Israel, all 12 tribes, having the promises, the covenants of the Most High himself made unto them. Okay, now let's move on down. The Most High is reminding Israel of their transgressions with this rebuke. Okay, but now let's see his mercy after the end of all his chastising and his rebuking. And this is what I'm trying to get to, the day of judgment for Israel after he whoop our ass real good. Okay, bless his holy day, man. Blessed be your holy day, Yahweh. All right, let's get 13. Hold on. Praise his holy name. All right, Ezekiel 20 and 13. But the house of Israel now this is everybody, okay? But the house of Israel rebelled against me in the wilderness, okay? And he's saying house of Israel right here because he's trying to show you that before the divide, before the kingdoms became their own kingdom, it was just one kingdom, and that one kingdom was only going to be the house of Israel. You see what I'm saying? We're going to be called the house of Judah. There wasn't no such thing as a division for there to be a house of Israel or a house of Judah. So he's referencing all Israel, Judah included, when he say the house of Israel. But the house of Israel rebelled against me in the wilderness. They walk not in my statutes, and they despise my judgments, which if a man do, he shall even live in them. And my Sabbaths they greatly polluted. Then I said, I will pour out my fury upon them in the wilderness to consume them. Okay, so he was going to kill you people in the wilderness at first and complete the mission. But he saved us. He saved some of us. But I wrought for my name's sake. Okay, you see that? That it should not be polluted before the heathen in whose sight I brought them out. So in other words, hey man, I worked for my own reputation and didn't kill you rebellious people off and contradict my own works in the sight of all these heathens, that I just got all this glory in the sight of with these same works of saving you hard-hearted rebellious people that I love and lifted up my hand and swear to you and your father. Oh man. Oh man, bless you, Yahweh. Oh, what can we say, y'all? What can we say? Verse 16, because they despised my judgments and walked not in my statutes, but polluted my Sabbaths, for their heart went after their idols. You see that? So you had it all going your way, man, but your damn heart went after your idols, and that's why he's not going to spare you people that's rebellious in this day right here. Nevertheless, my eyes spared them from destroying them. Neither did I make an end of them in the wilderness. But see, he's still mad, though. He ain't going to forget. But I said unto their children in the wilderness, walk ye not in the statutes of your fathers, neither observe their judgments, nor defile yourselves with their idols. I am Yahweh, your Elohim. Walk in my statutes and keep my judgments and do them, and hallow my Sabbaths. And they shall be a sign between me and you, that ye may know that I am Yahweh, your Elohim. All right? But look what happened. Notwithstanding their children rebelled against me, they walked not in my statutes, neither kept my judgments to do them, which if a man do, he shall live, even live in them. They polluted my Sabbaths. Then I said, I will pour out my fury upon them to accomplish my anger against them in the wilderness. You see what I'm saying? So he spared you a little bit, but he didn't forget, and he had some fury and some anger pent up in him that he had to accomplish and exercise on you people. And he did it in a particular place, the wilderness. All right? Again, but he wouldn't pollute his holy name in front of them heathen who had heard about you dead Israelites in the wilderness. Nevertheless, I withdrew my hand. So he didn't kill you all off. He killed a lot of you, but he withdrew his hand. And wrought for my name's sake, that it should not be polluted in the sight of the heathen in whose sight I brought them forth. Okay, but he ain't done with you. He gonna whoop your ass some more. He just don't want these heathens to blaspheme. I lifted up my hand, you see, so he's swearing to you again, but this time it ain't good, Israel. I lifted up my hand unto them also in the wilderness, that I would scatter them among the heathen and disperse them through the countries. Why? Because they had not executed my judgments, but had despised my statutes. You see, that's what you supposed to did in the land, you goddamn so-called Hebrew Israelites, talking about you keeping some goddamn law, statutes, and commandments. No, you despised them judgments, them statutes, okay? But they had not executed my judgments, but had despised my statutes. You see that? You didn't get the chance to... You had your chance to stone the homosexual. You had your chance to kill the adulteress. You had your chance to cut off the damn heretic. Okay, in the holder of false doctrines and worshippers of idols and those who held familiar spirits. Okay, the statues are keeping the honoring the Sabbath and keeping it holy and not profaning the Sabbath. All right, but remembering it and keeping it holy. Honor your father and your mother. All right. That your days may be long upon the land that he gave you. You see? All right. But you don't know his commandments, and so you're confused about what you're supposed to be doing. But you need to be rebuked for blaspheming, talking about you keeping some shit that your father couldn't keep, and you damn sure ain't keeping it in this filthy ass heathen land, okay? So get yourself some understanding today. All right? All right. And their eyes went after their fathers' idols, okay? Wherefore I gave them also, oh, bless you, Holy Spirit. See, the Spirit can argue this case for me way damn better than my own lips can, Israel. He just showed you right here what the statutes and the commandments was purposed to do. He's showing you right now what they were purposed for, people. Okay? That's right. That's right, man. Okay? It all goes back to your damn whining and complaining in the wilderness, man. All right? That you had to do these hard ass things in order to live. Okay? But he knew you would go live by it. That's why he gave you this, man. He gave you this thing as a snare, man. What was that? 26? No, 25. Ezekiel 20 and 25. Praise the Most High. Wherefore, see, your heart went after your father's idols. Okay? Wherefore I gave them also statutes that were not good, and judgments whereby they should not live. Now, why did he give us that? Okay, our fathers, their eyes were after their father's idols. When was this? It was in the wilderness. So in other words, when we made the goddamn golden calf, okay, fucking around with that Kemet shit, because that's all the golden calf represented. Kemet, Egypt, that's all it was, man. Okay. And now they just moved the shit over to India somewhere, but they're still worshiping cows. Alright? And the Egyptians worshipped all kinds of idols. Okay? But that being one of them, their father's idols may go way back before even Egypt. Okay? I had to fact check on that. But you understand what happened is that after you became a nation in Egypt at some point in time, during your exodus and your sojourning in the wilderness, you went after you knew the truth, you disobeyed the truth. And so that's why he said your heart and your eyes went after your father's idols, man. Wait a minute. I need to go back. Wait a minute. Did I move around? Okay, here I go. I'm close. Here we go. So your eyes went after your father's idols in the process of time. And so before you even got into the promised land, you ended up under a covenant. And that covenant was this right here. Wherefore I gave them also statutes that were not good, and judgments whereby they should not live. So what statutes and what judgments? That's a covenant that you had to keep. So in other words, he knew you weren't going to be able to keep the covenant, not the first covenant, people. Therefore, you need to understand how to be in the good graces of the Most High by his grace provided to you through faith in his Messiah, which is you holding fast and holding on to the true covenant, the covenant of grace by faith in the Messiah. Faith in the Messiah's works of sacrifice, not in your own works. We got to wrap this up. We're going to be out of here after these next few verses. Praise the Most High. Praise your holy name, Yahweh. Good stuff. All right. So you got the judgments and the statutes as a stumbling block, people. That's what the law did for you. All right. Okay. The statutes, all right, and the judgments that you had to keep, they were righteous, but you wasn't strong enough to do it. And so therefore they was stumbling block to you because you was going to sin not being able to keep them commandments. Okay. All right. Now that's good enough for now. Let's get to verse 30. Wherefore say, let's reiterate that. Now remember, the Messiah gives you life. Paul said the letter of the law was death. And he is right. For all you people that call Paul a false prophet because he said something about the law being abolished and it bringing sin, because sin is the knowledge of the law, bringing death, right? Okay? And judgments whereby they should not live. Alright? It was gonna kill you, man. And he told you to live by them. He said that they wasn't good, man. He did that to you. He killed you, man. He gave you that cup. I gave them also statutes that were not good and judgments whereby they should not live. Alright, now let's get back to 30. Salakia. Wherefore say unto the house of Israel, thus saith the sovereign Yahweh, are you polluted after the manner of your fathers, and commit ye whoredom after their abominations? So that's right, man. Well, I judge you. I'm going to judge you, Israel. Y'all love the heathen, just like your damn fathers did, man, in the wilderness. Okay? That was them committing fornication with the heathen roundabout. The Midianites, the Ammonites, and so have you. You see? You remember that? That's right. With Balak and them. Alright? Worshipping them damn idols. And having heathen women. Lying with heathen women. Having orgies with them. That's the pollution of your fathers. Now, are you polluted in that same thing? Huh, Israel? Okay. Let's move down to verse 34. I mean, nope, not 34, 33 first. As I live, saith the sovereign Yahweh, surely with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and with fury poured out will I rule over you. All right, so again, man, I told you once before in a previous lesson or a previous lesson or two or a few. Hey, man, you tribes of Israel are also under that rod of iron, being your ass beat to hell, getting the hell beat out you, getting your damn head broken with that rod of iron until you understand doctrine, man. You gonna learn doctrine. We're gonna beat it into your goddamn head, man. He gonna rule over you with fury poured out, man. So don't ask me why I'm so goddamn mad, all right? I'm mad at you false prophets, all right? I'm drunk off the goddamn cup. I'm mad at you heathen. Okay, why? Because he's ruling over us with fury, man. And if you don't know that it's fury poured out on your ass, then you're going to be ground to powder when he finally show you that stone that was rejected of you goddamn builders. His son, Messiah, coming out of heaven, going to fall on you and ground you to powder, man. There ain't going to be no place found for your ass when the wind blow on you and carry you away. All right, so he's ruling over us with fury, man. Fury poured out. And I will bring you out from the people. He's talking about the heathen now. And will gather you out of the countries wherein you are scattered. Now, did the Messiah say something about gathering his elect? All right, from the four winds, from four ends of heaven? Yeah, he said something like that. So he's talking about his elect that was scattered. So he's talking about the same verse, same precept, line upon line, matching up with what the Messiah talking about for judgment day when it get down to Israel being gathered and what it is for us being picked up by the holy angels. I will bring you out of from the people. The holy angels going to gather you, put you in them clouds. They're going to put you in them clouds. Watch this. And we'll gather you out of the countries wherein you were scattered. So you're going to be gathered from one end of the heaven to the other with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and with fury poured out. Again, he told you that it was going to be morning when these heathens saw him coming. And that he was going to sound a trumpet to gather you. And once he gathers you, all right, he's going to plead with you face to face, bless his holy name. All right, and that's gonna be the end of it. You either gonna make it or you're not, and then you guys that make it, all right, you get the great pleasure of going on the journey to break up the damn heathen nations and make them bow down to your feet, like we saw in Revelation, and know they loved us. Okay, praise his holy name. All right, so he's gonna gather you, Israel, but he's gonna plead with you first. Before you get to make it in that host of heaven that no man could number, with all them holy white robes, palms in their hands, and singing the song of Moses. All right? That's right, man. You're going to have to pass under the rod. You're going to have to be tried and tested and approved with the crown of truth. Hold fast what you have, that no man take that crown. That crown was the crown of truth. And what was the truth? How did you, the truth, you had to receive the truth in order to receive that crown. And the truth is, you are strong in the sight of the Most High. You are saved by his hand when you trust in his Messiah, when you trust in his Son, the grace that he give you, a free gift and not your own works of righteousness. All right? The grace. Being saved by faith, being saved by grace through faith. You have to have passed that test. And I will bring you into the wilderness of the people, and there will I plead with you face to face. All right, so when he gathered you, Israel, he gonna bring your ass somewhere into what they call a secluded area. Okay, that's right, man. We're gonna get you out the big city and bring you into the boonies, man. And we're gonna have a conversation. Like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt. Now I'm laughing a little bit, Israel, but I gotta laugh in order to keep from crying, man. Because this ain't no goddamn joke when he gathered you people, you Hebrews, you Hebrew Israelites, all you stock of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. When he take you people up off this damn earth, you ain't gonna touch it no more. You either go, I don't mean it in that sense. Yeah, you'll touch it again. You'll either touch it as a ruler or you'll touch it as being buried under it, all right? In the lake of fire, man, the second death. All right, so he's going to plead with you, man. Like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt. So you see, he's talking about us in these current captivities because he compared it to the wilderness of the people of Egypt when we came out of there. So will I plead with you, saith the sovereign Yahweh. All right? So he's going to gather you, and I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant. All right. And I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant. Now, I'm going to tell you something right here, and you people probably have no idea what this means until right now. But because through your servant, Elohim Yahweh, the servant of the Messiah, through the Spirit of truth, I'm going to tell you what it means, man. You're going to have to be what they call reckoned by genealogy in the old days. All right? This right here, verse 37, this part is describing you being reckoned by genealogy. Why? Because there was tares planted. But guess what? This is the time of the harvest. So when the angels come and pull up the wheat, well, guess what? They're going to pull up the goddamn tares also, and they're going to throw their ass into the fire. So that's what's going on right here. All you tares that was out there prophesying them damn lies in the name of Yahweh, working for your father the devil, looking like an Israelite, but you really wasn't an Israelite. You was a tare, spreading blasphemies, spreading heresies. You're not gonna pass this test right here. This test of passing under the rod. And I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant. So anybody that passed under the rod and they make it, they're going to be brought into the bond of the covenant. But if you pass under the rod and you don't make it, then that means you are what? And I will purge out. You're going to get purged out. See, you don't pass this passing under the rod, then that means you don't make it, and you're going to be purged out. So you tares is going to be purged out in this day. You Hebrew Israelite lookalikes going to be purged out. Okay? And that's just for you guys that's preaching, repeating the lies of the devil. It's Hebrew Israelite lookalikes that's going to pass under that rod, and they're going to make it, even though they the seed and the son of the stranger. Why? Well, because they was trying to help they fellow brothers, even though they didn't know that y'all was really fellow brothers of the same mother, but not the same father, perhaps. Your father was the slave master, and the people that look like you a lot of times had Jacob as a forefather. And thus, in other words, we always thought we was brothers, but the DNA, the paternity results showed the difference. Got E1B1A is the question at the end of the day. So when you pass under the rod and you make it as being genetically, first of all, you have to pass the genetic approval. Okay, you're being genetically approved. Then secondarily, you have to be spiritually approved, meaning that you obeyed. And, you have righteous works according to the spirit. Mercy to your brother, to your neighbor, to the poor, forgiving your enemies, things like that. Okay? And the things we saw previously in Matthew when the Messiah showed you things that must be done. For one, to inherit the kingdom. All right? Praise his holy name. So, it's a genetic condition when you pass under the rod. That's going to show what stock you're from, okay? That's right. Because if you ain't from the stock of Jacob, then the rod is going to be like like one of those, one of those theft deterrents they have in the retail stores. The little alarm will go off when the people run out the damn door without paying for the item. Okay, or either they paid for the item, but for some reason they didn't get the alarm removed off the purchase item before they tried to leave, and then that damn buzzer just went off. Well, you're gonna have to pass under the rod, and if that rod pass over you and that buzzer go off saying this ain't the seed of Jacob, hey man, well he gonna plead with you, man, and it's gonna be you and him. I can't tell you what your judgment gonna be. Okay, that's right. You better fear and tremble. Okay, bless his holy name. Okay, so he gonna make you pass under that rod, and if you don't make it, you ain't gonna go into the land. You're gonna be picked up in a spaceship and dumped off in outer space on that day, man. That's really the bottom line. And I will purge out from among you the rebels, and them that transgress against me. I will bring them forth out of the country whither they sojourn. So he gonna send his angels and gather his elect, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel, from the one end of heaven even to the other end of heaven. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh. All right. So one end of heaven to the other end of heaven. You see that? So once the elect is gathered, hey man, it's all heavenly things going on from that point. Okay, so you're gonna be gathered from every end of heaven, Israel. Okay, but if you were a rebel and a transgressor, you're gonna be purged out from among the people, and you're not gonna enter into the land of Israel. So where do you go? You go into the lake of fire, which is the second death, man. He gonna dump your ass off in Hawaii, Japan, okay, Turkey, because I know we're gonna have a nice big pool of lava right there for you, Turkey. Wherever that lake of fire, okay, hey man, and you know we gonna have one right there in Edom, okay, Babylon, same thing. It's gonna be so much lava, man. We ain't gonna have no want for a place to dump people, to get rid of you real fast and in a hurry. Okay, that's right, man. Lava just consume you, man. That's the second death, people. All right, so that's bad, Israel. If you can't make it under this rod, man, I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's sad. It's a sad day for you, man. And I will purge out from among you the rebels, and them that transgress against me. I will bring them forth out of the country. So he gonna get you out of your slave land, but you ain't gonna make it to your promised land. And I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel. And you shall know that I am Yahweh. All right, man. So he gonna make an example out you people, man. You gonna know him then. You didn't know him now, you're going to know him then. That's right, man. Okay? Praise his holy name, man. That's it. Israel for now. Bless his holy name. All right. I don't know, man. We're gonna get us a good title. There's a lot of good meeting here. Bless the Most High, man. But it's gonna be gathering, and there's gonna be some parting of ways at the end of that gathering for both sides. When he gather the heathen, he's gonna tell some of them heathen apart, and when he gather Israel, he's gonna tell some of Israel apart. And the heathen that's in damnation gonna have the children of the kingdom for company who didn't believe. That's who's gonna be in damnation with you goddamn heathen, man. The children of the kingdom who did not believe. Okay? Sad, man. That's sad. And that's really you, men of Judah. Because you're the children of the kingdom. The kingdom is of the Jews. So that's you men of Judah. And I'm not talking about, the so-called blacks. No, all the goddamn tribes is black. I'm just saying the men of Judah in particular, and not of the black tribe of Levi, not of the tribe of Gad, who's still black, not of the tribe of Issachar, who's still black. No, I'm just saying the tribe of Judah is where the king comes from. Oh, I need verse 10. No, 11. Well, I do need 10 though, so you can get the context. When Yahushua heard it, he marveled and said to them that followed, verily I say unto you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel. And Israel at that time was just Judah, Benjamin, and Levites. So that's who he's talking to when he say not in Israel. He mean amongst the kingdom still, which was Judas. And he's referencing a centurion who again was of the lost sheep of the house of Israel, or otherwise the Messiah would have never went to his house. He could not have gone to the house of a heathen. The centurion answered, said, my master, I am not worthy that thou shouldst come under my roof. So he was a heathen. It was against the law for Jesus to go under his roof, man. Jesus would have never did it. Okay? Just like Peter was nowhere near about ready to go to Cornelius' house and go under his roof. Okay? Cornelius, again, was just like this guy, a centurion. But they wasn't heathen centurions because they were Roman soldiers. No, they were lost sheep of the house of Israel, Roman soldiers over companies of 100. Because that's all a centurion is a captain over 100. All right? So the Messiah would have never went to his house if he was a real heathen. But the point was the faith. Faith is what got him that great honor from the Messiah's lips and showed you that it was going to take faith to be saved. I've not found so great faith, no, not in Israel. And I say unto you that many shall come from the east and west. So he's telling you it's going to be people just like this guy, this centurion out of the house of Israel, who ain't even of the kingdom. They are the lost nations of Israel. But Judah is the man with the kingdom, and it's his children that don't believe. That's what that was showing you. It wasn't talking about heathens. Praise the Holy Spirit for more understanding. And I'm saying to you that many shall come from the east and west and shall sit down with Abraham and Isaac and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven. But the children, and now whose is the kingdom of heaven? David, again, Judah. That's right. But the children of the kingdom shall be cast out in the outer darkness. Again, the spaceship gonna pick you up, but it's gonna drop you off in outer space, somewhere in outer darkness, if you don't make it. Hey, what's going on?
Are you talking to somebody?
Yeah, I'm actually on my phone.
Talking to yourself. Okay, gotcha.
All right. But the children of the kingdom, Gomer, I know you just did that to bug me, man. All right, so salutations to you. Yeah, that's right, man, because I know that officer saw me come here 2 hours ago, gonna walk up to me talking about, hey, man, I'm over here by myself, all right? You came over here to bug me. You wanted my goddamn voice on your audio. You happy? You been having my voice, you goddamn heathen. Okay? Don't fuck with me, Gomer, all right? Because I'll start calling some destructions on your ass right before I end this goddamn lesson, you son of a bitch. Praise the Most High. Now, back to what we was trying to break down right at the end. For Gomer want to come fuck with me with his trying to put the bug in on me, heathen ass. I know that's all you did. But the children of the kingdom, as opposed to people that were like this centurion coming from the east, the west, and all these different far out regions, the children of the kingdom were the people of Judea. That's the kingdom. Judah. Okay, that's right. Judah the king. Okay, so that's what he meant. He was talking about it was going to be Jews from Judea and Jerusalem who, when they had their chance to believe, they didn't believe. And that's why they was going to be cast out, weeping and gnashing their teeth and out of darkness. Mourning, because they're going to see everybody in the kingdom, all the prophets, all the seed of Israel. But they themselves cast out with the heathen, man. But the children of the kingdom shall be cast out in the outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. See? And I say unto you that many shall come from the east, west, and shall sit down with Abraham and Isaac and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven. But the children of the kingdom shall be cast out in the outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And they're going to be cast out in the outer darkness. Why? Because they're going to be gathered. They're going to be picked up on them spaceships. But when he bring them into the wilderness of the people and plead with them face to face and make them pass under the rod, if they don't make it, they're going to be cast out in the outer darkness. I think it's something that you probably can hear the scientific community describe as a black hole. Yeah, that's right. Some shit that swallows up light and everything else in its sight. Okay, yeah, that's right, man. Outer darkness, man. Fire and brimstone. Nothing but fire engulfing itself, man. Fire engulfing itself. A fiery judgment and damnation. Oh, yeah. Who can stand the day? Okay? Alright? Praise the Most High. So, your faith was the key. Alright? Your faith was the key. Just like the centurion. And Yahushua said unto the centurion, go thy way, and as thou hast believed, so be it done unto thee. And his servant was healed in the self same hour. All right? So the centurion right here was one of the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Just like the centurion in Acts chapter 10 would have been one from the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Okay, now Jesus just told that centurion he was going to go to his house and heal him. All right, now let's get to 22nd verse right here. And let's see what he say to this person who wants their loved one healed. If Jesus is going to go to them. Behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried to him, saying, this is a Canaanite, saying, have mercy on me, O my master, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with the devil. You see, so she bowed down at his feet. She knew he loved his people, the children of Israel, because she said, my master, thou son of David. So she know who the people is. But he answered her not a word. Okay? So he ignored this lady. She kept asking. The disciples asked him to send her away. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. All right. So he wasn't sent to nobody but the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So he could not go to that heathen woman's house and heal her daughter. But what happened? She had great faith, just like the centurion out of the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Then Yahweh answered and said unto her, O woman, great is thy faith, be it unto thee even as thou wilt. And the daughter was made whole from that very hour. All right, so the Messiah just spoke the word. He didn't go to her house, but he spoke the word, and her daughter was healed. So in other words, that's a dog outside the gate. They still not coming into the holy place. Messiah, the holy and anointed, still wasn't going to go under the roof of that heathen. All right, because he wasn't sent to them. But that centurion, he was going to go under that centurion's roof. Why? Because that centurion was of the lost sheep of the house of Israel, and he was sent to them. Okay, so that goes to show you the difference. How did that happen? I hit something wrong. So that goes to show you the difference of who the Messiah was sent to and sent for. The centurion shows you how you had Ephraimites working for Rome, and the Canaanite woman shows you how you had heathens wanting to get in on the good stuff way back when. And the only way they got in on the good stuff going way back when is when they acknowledged who they were, their place in the kingdom, who the children of the Most High is, and their place in the kingdom. And who is the heathen in the kingdom? But he answered and said, it is not meet to take the children's bread and cast it to dogs. So outside the gate, outside the gates of Jerusalem is dogs. That's the heathen that worked for us. And she said, true, my master, yet the dogs eat the crumbs which fall from the master's table. So she understands that the heathen is outside the gate. They're outside the holy place. They're outside the temple. She saw her place. She accepted that. So that's the only time you get action, going way back when, now, and any time in the future. If you're a heathen, you're only going to get any kind of mercy when you have that crown of truth on your head right there. True, my master. You see the crown of truth that even the heathen can wear? That's right, because anybody can confess the truth that Yahweh loves Israel, and that we, his children, and that the heathens is a drop in the bucket. It don't mean nothing to them. Any heathen can accept that truth, confess that truth, and what's being saved for you if you're a heathen. You saw it in Matthew 25. You'll be spared the lake of fire, man. Okay? You'll be spared the fiery judgment if you're a heathen. But you have an opportunity to be saved from damnation. But it's not like at the top of our priority to do that, man. To check on that. You know what I'm saying? It's not like our priority to check on the heathens to make sure that, the heathens are being saved from damnation. No, it's our job to check on the house of Israel and let all the house of Israel know surely that they need to have faith so that they could be saved from damnation. Okay? Yeah, that's our priority. And you heathen that hear about all this stuff that we're doing, if you just so happen to roll up talking about true master, yeah, us dogs eat the crumbs. Okay, well, man, we'll give you them little crumbs. Hey, what's them crumbs to us? Nothing. But, we need to see that humility out of you, heathen. That's all of the hell it is to it. Okay? All right, that's enough, man. Bless the Most High. Praise your holy name, Yahweh. Glory to your holy name, Mashiach Yahushai. Bless your holy name, Kodash Rakah, man. Praise the Most High. Praise the Most High. So he rejected that heathen Canaanite. And after that, what happened? And great multitudes came unto him, having with them those that were lame, blind, dumb, maimed, and many others, and cast them down at Yahushai's feet, and he healed them. So who was these people? He just told you that he was only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So these people are all Israel. Insomuch that the multitude wondered when they saw the dumb to speak, the maimed to behold, the lame to walk, and the blind to see, and they glorified the Elohim of Israel. Praise the Most High, man. What a good way to end it and probably choose our title for this. Salutations, Yasharala. Come, Yahushua, come. Shalom to the elect. No peace unto the wicked. Khan, Aman, and Aman. And they glorified the Elohim of Israel. Everybody gonna do it by choice or by force. Praise his holy name.